Hey guys, welcome back to another devotion. I'm really excited to share this one with you. It's coming from 1 Corinthians 5 through 8. But before I get into that, I just wanted to share with you what I've been up to this summer and the cool things I've been up to. So on Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm at Menards. Love the place. Get to drive the forklift around all day. You guys know I'm a big supporter of Menards. But if I'm not there, I'm usually at the bank. I'm there Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, and sometimes on Saturdays. That's pretty exciting. But one really exciting thing about my life is I'm going to be quitting Menards August 2nd. It's going to be tough for me. I don't know how I'm going to get through it, but it's going to be a good change for me. If I'm not at either of those places, you can usually find me at the lake or at the Y. At the Y, so I can look good for the lake. I mean, gotta show off these muscles that I don't have, to all the ladies that I don't have. But one of the great things I've been enjoying this summer is the weather. I love summer weather. I don't like being cold. I like being warm. There's always another piece of clothing you can take off to a certain point, but I hate being bundled up and stuck inside. I love being able to go outside, just enjoy this warm weather. Another thing I've really been enjoying, probably the highlight of the summer so far, is not having any homework. It's just so much fun. I don't have to worry about anything. I just go to class or go to work, and I'm done. I get to do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about homework. I'm good. That's one thing I've been really enjoying this summer. Anyways, I'm excited to share this devotion for you guys. And as I said before, it comes from 1 Corinthians 5 through 8. This is one of Paul's letters to the church of Corinth. This one has a lot of practical uses that I've been able to apply to myself, and I hope that you guys can also apply to your lives. So starting out in chapter 5, it starts out by telling a story, or not a story, but an example of a man who married his wife married his father's wife over in Corinth. Like, who does that? That's not allowed in today's society. At least we're not allowing that anymore, but that's just so weird. I would not marry my father's wife. I don't think it was his mother. It was probably like his stepmom at one point. I mean, it's his wife now, but the people of Corinth are even proud of this man and like celebrate him for doing this. But this is a sin. That's not what we should be doing. We shouldn't be celebrating sin. Rather, what we should be doing is celebrating when someone overcomes their sin. So when somebody overcomes alcoholism or sexual immorality, like, we should be celebrating that. But instead, we're celebrating people when they are sinning. That's not what we should be doing. The world just tells us we should accept anybody and everybody, no matter what they do and how they do it. We also have months dedicated to celebrating this sin. Like, what's this month right now? I'm just saying. This is exactly what Paul does not want us to celebrate. Paul does not want us to celebrate brothers who knowingly sin. People who are sexually immoral, greedy, adulterers, slanderers, drunkards, or swindlers, and still call themselves brothers, we should not even eat with as followers of Christ. But they're just bad for us. They tempt us and they make us fall in our faith. So they're just toxic to us, and we need to not allow that in the church anymore. However, sinners, they don't call themselves brothers. We should still associate with them. They are people that need to be shepherded, and we need to go out and seek them so we can help them and bring them to Christ. We need to accept the sinners who are among the unbelievers. However, we need to expel the sinners who knowingly sin and are proud of it from the inside. One last verse from chapter 8 that I want to share with you guys, or chapter 5, I'm sorry. It says, this comes from 11 and 12. But now I am writing you that you must not associate with anyone who calls himself a brother but is sexually immoral or greedy, an adulterer or a slanderer, a drunkard or a swindler. With such a man do not even eat. What business is it of mine to judge those outside the church? Are you not to judge those inside? God will judge those outside. Expel the wicked man from among you. We're not supposed to judge the people on the outside. We're supposed to love them when we should be doing that. But people inside the church, we need to get rid of that are doing the bad things, the sinning, and not repenting from those sins. Anyways, going into chapter 6. This chapter talks more about disagreements within the church. If you have disagreements, you should be taking it among your brother. First off, you should just be showing him love. But people in the church, we should not even be fighting. Practical example, I know a church who fights about what kind of carpets they should get or what way to paint the youth wing. Who cares? No one's going to be there. Like, it's going to be a whole different crop of kids in 4 years. You're going to have to repaint it in 10 years. So what? It's just a paint. Why don't make it such a big deal out of it? The main thing Jesus tries to teach us is love. He is the best example in the Bible by far of teaching us how to love. And if we are really loving our neighbors, this goes into the next part. We should not sue them. We're not supposed to sue. We're supposed to be setting examples for people. And if you really love somebody, you're not going to go out there and sue them. You don't sue your family. Well, most families don't. But you need to be correct and just, it's okay if you hurt me. Like, so what? I'm going to be okay. I have God's love shown on me. You have God's love shown on you. It's going to be okay. If we really love somebody the way that God loves us, we should not be suing people. Sexual immorality is also spoken about in this. It's a sin. It's also, this is like especially frowned upon according to Paul. This is because all of the other sins are outside the body. Sexual immorality is inside the body. So when you lie, steal, kill, that's not inside your body. However, our bodies are temples. God designed each one of us perfectly and in his image. We should not be taking that for granted. So we need to be honoring him with our bodies. So when we're sexually immoral, we're destroying the temple that God built with us. So just don't do that. Easy as that. We were bought at a price, and we should honor God with our bodies. Going on to chapter 7, sexual relations, if they are to occur, should occur with your spouse. Obviously, like, no brainer. A future note for future married people, or if you're married now, don't deprive your significant other of sex unless you both consent and only for a certain time. When you do this, it opens a door. If you don't consent and like you're just withholding it, it opens a door for Satan to break into your marriage and disrupt it between the three people it involves: you, your spouse, and God. The temptation is just, maybe you have the self-control, but sometimes the temptation is just too great, and it's going to break that beautiful bond that God made for us. For you single people out there, enjoy the singleness as Paul did. I mean, I know for myself, I am enjoying it. Like, a relationship is nice, but being single just presents so many opportunities, and it's just so great. I don't trade this opportunity that you have now to be single, like, and don't wish it upon anyone else. Like, it's great. Just enjoy your time now. I've been able to pour my energy and time into other people. It's real. I'm just so grateful for God for being able to allow me to have this time to dive deeper into his word and just pour my life and energy into others. And if you are to marry a believer. That way you know your spouse will be saved. You don't want to marry someone you don't know will be saved and know, like, when they die, like, don't do that. Like, God says that if you married somebody and then your spouse isn't a believer, they will be saved because of your faith, but we don't know for sure if they will actually be saved. So, and it just create a lot of tension within your household if they're not saved. So marry a believer. Last chapter, this one talks about eating food sacrificed to idols. We really don't have idols like they did back in the day, but it still has a lot of practical use in our daily life. Verses 10 and 11, if you want to follow along in chapter 8. For if anyone with a weak conscience sees you who have this knowledge eating in an idol's temple, won't he be emboldened to eat what has been sacrificed to idols? So this weak brother for whom Christ died is destroyed by your knowledge. Basically what that's saying is, if someone sees you eating food sacrificed to idols and they don't know that it's okay for you to eat that food because they're just idols, they're not real gods, so they don't understand that, but they'll be driven away because our image is tainted through that. So we just need to be our genuine and authentic selves. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I'm really excited I was able to bring this devotion to you this week. I hope to see you guys at the summer hangout, and I'm really excited to see what God has in store for you this summer. And I really miss you guys. I can't wait for you guys to all be back on campus and us to just have fun again together. Yeah, I'll see you guys in August.